you.
Welcome to main event.
Introducing first, from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, weighing 245
Event as No Way Jose making his way down to the ring. Welcome into main event. Big Joseph Along's changed in that Money in the Bank ladder match.
Oh yeah, this is a huge opportunity for 8 men, 8 women, both from Raw.
And an opportunity to qualify a few weeks back on Raw.
Just weighing 215 pounds, Mike Kanellis.
In Royal Rumble history at Jeddah, Saudi Arabia's greatest Royal Rumble event.
Hey, that is shorter than 2.49 seconds.
Is real, like Mike Kanellis does.
Oh, the power up, it's a curious thing. Makes one man.
He doesn't take any of this seriously.
Well, I better take No Way Jose very seriously. You got.
Wait, Jose, look at the WWE universe. He comes out here with his line.
Well, I'm really
like
not
an
sure.
application you got to fill out.
How would Nigel know?
Certainly nothing I want to be a part of. 245 pounds.
Got his own
Aqua hip lessons to get people's hips loosened up. He really didn't want to relax.
Look at the hips right now, minding away on No Way Jose, and had an opportunity to talk to Mike Kanellis a little bit earlier.
The sentiments of Michael Cole last year.
Oh! All right, now Kanellis not worried about the United Kingdom.
He's been on point. He ain't messing around.
And speaking of on point,
Mush on top of his head.
Wow. Opportunity since coming over to Monday Night Raw during that superstar shakeup. Just
Love it. Not here today, in fact, but in
cover first of the matchup, and Jose getting out at 2.
driving the forearm across the.
Here on main event, we go back to Raw where Kevin Owens battled Finn Balor, who would build momentum. Kanellis taking Jose right back down to the mat.
Aggressive, making it difficult for Jose to breathe.
Feeding off the energy. Oh! The WWE taking down Jose one more time. The folks.
Oh! That's
Call those
real.
moves.
Well, I'd say. Oh! Oh, Kanellis staggered.
And the
Away in the corner. Give him some space.
good Kanellis out at 2.
Looking for it's gonna. Oh! Look at that big punch.
Look at the face of disbelief on Mike Kanellis.
Great resiliency from Kanellis to ready to move.
Kanellis trying to pounce on Jose, follows in.
Good night.
Crazy for No Way Jose.
I'm all about it, Nigel, like I said before.
Taken from the Dominican Republic. Here's the finish.
But he would catch on to the pop-up punch. Check this out. Well, you talk about the conga line, Nigel. The conga line victorious. And the high-flying Akira Tozawa goes head-to-head with the submission specialist, Drew Gulak.
Prize, the Money in the Bank contract. Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch will face off.
In the Bank opponent's best friend, Natalya. Can Natalya break down Nia ahead of Ronda Rousey? Oh, we've talked about the 2 Money in the Bank.
Right, champion Nia Jax takes on the baddest woman on the planet, Ronda Rousey.
And
Nia's down! Natalya with that clothesline took the champ off her feet.
yeah, but what else does Natalya have?
You guys, come on!
And now Natalya trying to get fired up here.
A little awkwardly.
Yeah, I think she tweaked her
Nia's
knee.
back up.
And Nia preying on the injured. Honestly say that you're prepared for that.
The Raw Women's Champion, Nia
Jackson 2 weeks in Chicago at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view event on the WWE Network. But Natalya took advantage of the injury with a Samoan drop to put away Natalya.
10-plus-year veteran sports entertainment had no answers for Nia Jax tonight. Nia Jax.
Hold my headphones.
Well, Nia looks a bit concerned over the state of Natalya now.
And that friendship between Ronda Rousey and Natalya is no secret, and Ronda's clearly concerned for her friends. Well,
Come with me, Natty. Come on.
was hoping for less than 2 weeks before Money in the Bank, and tensions are rising between at Money in the Bank.
The SmackDown Women's Championship will also be on. The undefeated streak has ended. The Empress of Tomorrow is still a force to be reckoned with.
The Women's Championship match will certainly have an eye on the women's ladder match, where 8 women Lynch are hoping to avoid. This past week on SmackDown, the 2 superstars faced off.
The challenge for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Charlotte Flair slowing her down.
Uh-oh, what's the Queen got in mind here? Flair.
Hey, Graves, we talked about the status of Alexa Bliss and Natalya after last night. Only possible on the way to Money in the Bank.
Much easier said than done. It is a rocky path to be certain.
With the leg drop. Could this put away Charlotte? And a kick out.
You can't say enough about how resilient the Queen is, day in and day out.
Division, Becky Lynch trying to turn her fortunes around with Money in the Bank looming.
Good night.
Both women down. So much damage.
Like no other.
That is what it's all about. The opportunity of a lifetime.
Is going for the home run here.
And now Charlotte from the top away and a kick out. Now Charlotte with single leg and back into the figure 4. Oh no! Got a hold of the arm. Disarm her.
Here is your winner by submission, Becky.
Change your momentum, change your mindset, change your career.
I completely agree.
Same. This could have just mentally broken the Queen.
Up next on Main Event, 2 of these have been building since Owens interfered in Balor's match last week, costing him the win. Welcome back to Main Event. In less than 2 weeks, Seth Rollins will defend, back with a guitar mark the crescendo at Money in the Bank, and irate Elias, the musician, once and for all.
Meanwhile, Rollins' former, after weeks of trading blows back and forth, Reigns and Mahal will meet in the ring.
Money in the Bank might just be the ladder matches, and the men's ladder match is shaping up to be the first to grab the Money in the Bank briefcase. This past week on Raw, Finn Balor and
top rope. Kevin Owens in the drop zone. Owens again rolls out of harm's way, and it
Top rope sending Finn crashing down. KO buying himself some coal when it comes to Kevin Owens. When desperate, I don't know if Kevin Owens isn't the most
by Kevin Owens that will serve him well at Money in the Bank.
Better be careful.
Finn Balor.
Owens, he let the emotions get the best of him here tonight. But Kevin Owens, I don't believe is done yet. Kevin Owens extremely Owens with a frog splash.
I think it's going to cost Balor even more because there's no way.
Kevin Owens is the most dangerous Kevin Owens. Right down on Finn Balor.
Kevin Owens, symbolic of what's going to happen in 2 weeks, drags a ladder out. Well, he's well on his way to doing that, David. Balor is hurt.
That's the real strategy.
Owens' plan, David. I mean, no one ever wants to get disqualified. That's it. You watch! Into a crystal ball if you're Finn Balor.
Climb the ladder, grab the briefcase, grab the con. Kevin Owens from near the top of the ladder. Finn Balor.
Muster up courage to do it. I don't blame him. That's a long way up there.
Not from up there, but now. Kevin Owens off the ladder.
Drop kicked into the turnbuckle. Now it's Finn. Gazing up.
Climbing the ladder. Kevin Owens is defenseless.
Guys, I don't know.
Top of the ladder.
Just take the briefcase, Finn. It can be symbolic.
With a coup de grace from near the top of the ladder.
WWE Universe, Finn Balor may just be that man.
In 2 weeks, will we be calling Finn Balor? We talked about it earlier, guys. The Money in the Bank contract ladder match.
General Manager Kurt Angle has set up 2 awesome fatal 4-way matchups. On the women's side, and Natalya were injured this past week on Raw. The question remains.
Stars competing in Money in the Bank will face off in a fatal 4-way of their own. Finn Balor.
Plus, Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey will meet face-to-face in the ring. First televised singles match, a championship match no less, at Money in the Bank.
From Kobe, Japan, weighing 156 pounds, Akira Tozawa.
It's Army And he will look to do that today against Drew Gulak.
His opponent from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 190.
Recently, Drew Gulak has had his sights set on shutting down the Lucha House Party. At least the Lucha House
They
Party.
make terrible noise. They're terrible for the house values.
I mean, Drew Gulak is taking out everyone except Lindsay Dorado. I mean, this guy's on a roll.
He will look to do the same thing today here against Akira Tozawa.
I'm glad he didn't drop off.
Was intellectual. Hold on a second. Beautiful scene.
I didn't have to.
All right, now Gulak on the ground, and it was talking about that Tozawa's been in. They lost to Tony Nese a few weeks ago to Hideo Itami.
It's simple to say. To do that, however, a guy like Gulak likes to slow down a man.
And Tozawa rolling through, keeping his momentum onto his feet.
Attempt.
Back on main event, and Tozawa taking Tozawa.
And a chance to try for a submission yet in this match.
Oh! Tozawa on a backbreaker. Cover. Tozawa out at 2.
What gets me about Drew Gulak, take a look at this right here. Look at the amount of pressure applied to the lower.
Injured rib cage.
Tozawa able to create a break. You can also see the bend of his new motto, the smartest superstar always comes out on top. And Nigel, what I want Jack Gallagher, as we've seen on 205 Live.
Well, you know, these guys have very similar styles, similar to the Lucha House Party in 205 Live. It would do them well.
Covered by Gulak.
Gulak at the wheel. I mean, the division needs to pay attention, needs to be on notice.
Those three supers on the left shoulder and the neck of Tozawa.
An armbar with a chin bar as well.
Trapeze artist. He was initially trained in lucha style. This guy's a hypocrite, if you ask me.
Oh, Tozawa right back on top and grounding Tozawa, which, as Nigel pointed out earlier,
Harks back to the great NWA champions of the past, like a Lou Thez or a Dory.
United Kingdom Championship Tournament.
What a great opportunity he has there to.
Trying to build momentum, but there's a of Tozawa.
Out of nowhere. Oh!
No doubt who the WWE Universe is behind Tozawa, too. Drew thought if a missile dropkick off the top rope was what won Tozawa the match.
Saying that's too risky, too dangerous.
And lined up. Oh!
Their near fall in this matchup.
Driving the bicep off the chest, underneath the jaw.
Tonight's on the WWE Network pick up very impressive victories over members of the Lucha House Party. And Tozawa.
Oh!
Tozawa submission in his own right.
Can you imagine if Drew Gulak?
Nation of the Octopus stretching. Great move from Gulak, staggering to the corner. See, to your point. But he won't have it for long if he doesn't capitalize on it now, because Gulak
Up the much larger Drew Gulak.
Gulak dropping his hip. Drop driver up again.
And Tozawa.
Prone. Here comes Tozawa.
Looking for that set from Drew Gulak. And Gulak again.
No.
Here is your winner by submission, Drew Gulak.
Decisions to make to see who will be Cedric Alexander's next opponent for the Cruise the Bank men's ladder match opponents, The Miz, Samoa Joe, and Rusev in a 6-man. Find out next on Main Event. More valuable, the opportunity to settle their score one-on-one at Money in the Bank.
And after months of trading blows back and forth, AJ style line, Nakamura has selected a last man standing stipulation for the bout as WWE champion.
Plus, the men's ladder match is shaping up to be one of the most New Day will actually be competing in the match. But regardless of who eventually enters on behalf of the Joe, Rusev and The Miz in a 6-man tag team match.
Knee right to the side of the face. Do not underring. And now Samoa Joe trying to make it to his corner. Rusev and Miz available. Kingston is fired up. Oh my. Off the drop. Crossbody. Cover. Kick out.
So many tricks at the disposal.
Oh!
In large part due to the incredible athleticism we're seeing right now.
Kofi thinking about setting up for trouble in paradise. Samoa Joe take it to the leg. And Kofi able to kick out. Figure out what he's got to do to put away Kofi.
There's a skull crushing.
Kofi now well aware of it. Caught up here by Red, belly to belly.
Oh. Big E manhandling Rusev.
He is dazed. Samoa Joe now tags himself in.
A Big E is stand up by Woods. And now Rusev. Oh.
Those are turning for Xavier Woods, who has found his launching pad.
Look out below. Now Miz and Samoa Joe working together.
Oh no.
Go over the top.
Oh, watch him.
Optical illusion.
It was. Samoa Joe taken out. Miz to the apron.
Do anything and everything.
A complete reckless abandon is the right mindset to have.
Rip.
Oh,
Rip Woods off the apron. The coquina clutches in.
And Kofi over first into the post. And now Miz
Trying to summon the troops.
Not a bad idea to work to. Revenge is sweet.
Oh! Kofi hit with an out. Every man for himself.
Listen, rabid animal mentality taking a hike. The A-listers.
Big E legal. Going up top is Kofi. Midnight Hour.
Here are your winners, the New Day.
But the rest of the world may not find out until Money in the Bank.
Sure you do. On the momentum.